Happy Valentines, everyone. Or if you're like our leads in today's movie, maybe just happy Thursday.
Yeah, right.
Well, welcome back to The Dreadful Dialogue. This is a show where we swipe right on horror and ghost everything else. Today, we're diving into the 2025 slasher meets rom-com Hard Eyes. And this movie features brutal kills, meet cutes, and a killer reveal at the end. So if you're anything like me, grab your discount chocolates, lock your doors, and listen to Kristen and I as we chat about this 2025 flick.
Woo!
Yeah. How you doing, Kristen?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm feeling flashy.
You look amazing. I am in awe.
Yeah, if you're not on the YouTubes, you're missing my flashy hard eye glasses.
They're gorgeous.
You
look adorable.
I'm liking that shirt too.
Thank you. Yeah, I have my my little Valentine spooky girl edition. I got Hey Boo, spooky vibes, Bite Me, Ghoul Crush.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, because I don't know if our listeners know, but this year, 2026, Valentine's Day also falls after Friday the 13th. But yeah, these glasses are cool. I got them from
I love them.
I'm gonna ditch them because I actually can't see very well with these on.
The struggle was real.
Yeah, I won them from shout out to macabredaily.com. They're a website and they had an Instagram giveaway and I won a digital download for the movie when it first came out for download. The glasses, some like popcorn, a candle. It was a whole
That's so cool.
like movie kit for that. And so yeah, me and Paul got to like rub on our popcorn, watch the movie for the first time, and I loved it. I think it's a really fun movie. Had you seen it before?
No, this was my first time. So I first watched it snowed in on Monday.
Snowpocalypse.
Snowpocalypse. I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Well, hit us with the synopsis.
All right. Yeah. So it's Hard Eyes 2025. And as Alyse said before, it's a horror / romance slasher. It's directed by Josh Rubin. And it's about coworkers Allie and Jay in Seattle who are pursued on Valentine's Day by a mass killer targeting couples. Mistaken for a couple while working late, they must survive the night, navigating intense, gore-filled chases while falling in love with each other. Aww. The film, which features a twist revealing the killers to be a, spoiler alert, married couple.
Yeah, hit it, spoiler alert.
With a murderous fetish, blends intense slasher elements with romantic comedy tropes. Fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but the actor Mason Gooding, who plays Jay, is Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't think did I know that? I know he's from Scream, but I didn't know he was Cuba Gooding. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, he looks like somebody familiar. And then I realized it was, yes, he's very good looking. And she's beautiful too. Yeah, this cast is pretty amazing. I like it. We have the legendary Devon Sawa and Jordana Brewster. I mean, they were in Final Destination and all that, right?
Yeah, she was in The Faculty.
The Faculty.
I think his name Chucky. Is he in the Chucky movie?
Maybe.
No, I'm over
Casper.
Casper. Yeah, I mean, so they're both like in the horror genre. But don't you love their names?
Yes.
Did you catch what their names like? The twist on names?
Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm not a big fan. I liked the beginning of the like Fast and Furious franchise, and then it just went like fast and like this is not believable. This from the girl who watches horror movies that are not believable half the time.
Right.
I didn't actually watch Hobbs and Shaw, but I knew that those names that she was in like the early ones, so it was pretty funny that they did that.
Yeah. That was cool. I did see the first one, and that was it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first, I don't know, maybe 4. And then by the 5th one, I think I watched it and I wasn't paying attention. And I get a lot of people, I'm going off on a tangent.
That's
I get people that tell me, I don't get it as much anymore, but I used to get people all the time tell me, you remind me of Michelle Rodriguez. I'm like, is that a compliment? I don't know how to take this because she's pretty tough and badass. And
I think that's a compliment, and she's hot AF.
Yeah, I think she's hot as a lady.
That's better than who I've been told I look like.
You don't have to share. It's up to you. I'm you could tell me off mic. I'm definitely dying to know.
No, I'll say I don't care. I don't. In high school, they used to tell me I looked like Monica Lewinsky
Oh, that's not
because
cute. I mean, she's pretty though.
I mean, she's beautiful, but during that time though, in the late 90s,
I can
come
see how
on.
that might be. Yeah, that might be awkward.
And I was a huge goth nerdy dork though. Like I did not have a boyfriend. Like I did. I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my God, we're having
Oh my God. Yeah, right. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on to the cast.
Now that I've fully embarrassed myself.
They could have called you like the guy from Lord of the Rings or something. It could have been way worse, you know. Not that I'm saying you look like that.
Huh?
At
least you don't look like Gollum.
Hey, I've been told some mean things in my life about the way I look.
Oh, same.
And
same.
Well, okay. Glad I got
Yeah, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Olivia Holt, she's the main character, Allie. And
yes.
Let's get into the movies. What did you think about it being like this romantic comedy and a slasher combined? Do you think it worked?
I think it did. I think it blended pretty well. I really enjoyed it because it really was campy. It fed into the romance. They played like the most insane music. And when I say insane, they're like playing Lone Star. What was that? Every little thing that you do. I mean, come on. Yeah, Allie, she has some bitterness in her heart. She was just dumped. She's super pissed. She hates men. And, then this dude comes in and sweeps her off her feet. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Going back to the beginning of the movie, it kind of gave like a Scream vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I totally agree on that.
Yeah. So in the beginning of the movie, for our listeners, if you haven't watched it, but we see this couple and this girl and her boyfriend are like in this park and it's all decked out, right?
The winery.
It has, yes. Okay, winery. My bad.
Park, like we have those.
Yes.
Like, near where I live, we have a wine country and they have things like that. Anyway, okay.
Right. No, that's cool. But anyway, so it's all decked out and, she has a script that she wants her boyfriend to say to her, to propose to her. It is wild. But yeah, it kind of gave off this Scream vibe where it's like, you don't know how involved these characters are. You don't know if you're going to get like a jump scare, whatnot. And I thought it was pretty high on the gore aspect. I
thought it was cool. It had a lot of like I thought the gore was perfect on it. Like,
yeah,
it was just like you said, like it starts off all picturesque, but then you find out like how vain this couple is because he like stumbles on the words and then she's like mouthing the words as he's proposing to her.
Yeah.
I wanted him to die.
Fuck.
I was like so annoyed by them. I'm like, seriously?
She was so annoying. I was like, you know what? She should have been killed first, and then he could have ran away and dodged a bullet. Like, she was so annoying.
Yeah. I was like, they were both annoying with that. And then it like went from this like, I don't know, Hallmark, Lifetime, rom-com movie.
Yeah.
Bam, they started getting killed. And that's when we start to see first the photographer's dead, they're dead, and we get to see Hard Eyes himself.
Ooh. How unfair for the photographer. Like, what the fuck did he do? He did nothing. He's an innocent bystander.
He wasn't in love with anybody because they said that Hard Eyes chased after couples, but they did say on that news segment, they're like, Hard Eyes does kill couples, but however, he will kill whoever gets in their way.
Right.
So
like he was pissed. Yeah. What did you think of Hard Eyes when you first saw them?
Yeah, I guess it's them. Because again, like spoiler, there's multiple. It's just like in Scream, right? You think it's one killer,
right?
And you start to eventually figure out it's three. I thought it was different. I don't think it's like the scariest costume, but I think it goes with the whole theme of it being this like rom-com that takes place on Valentine's Day. That's right, the holiday, especially when you found out like the motive. I didn't buy much into the killer's motive. I don't know if we want to get into that. We could probably save that closer to the end, but it went with it. So
Right.
I thought it
Yeah.
was different. It wasn't this. It was, I'm sure they're running out of things. So you can only invent so many masks and come up with so many looks for these killers. So I thought it was unique.
Yeah. I did too. I thought it was pretty creepy, but it wasn't the scariest thing that we've watched.
No, no.
So,
Yeah, but and you were right though too. It definitely had a ton of gore. I liked all the gore. I thought there was some fun kills in it. I don't know if
yeah.
you want to talk about some of those.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the girl in the winery, like vat, is that a vat? Like that squishing the grapes?
I think that's what it was. That one was pretty brutal. Like if we were to rate these, in
Yeah.
conversation hearts, like what's on your shirt, what would you give that
Yeah.
one? 10 conversation hearts, meaning it was like a great kill, or one like it was a dud? How many
Oh,
candy hearts did that kill?
I think that one is definitely like a 10 for me.
10 for you?
Yeah.
I think it's a 8, but only because my favorite kill was in the van scene.
Oh, that is pretty epic too.
Where the card eyes has like the, what do you call those? The cross thing for you're changing your
Oh,
tire.
a car jack.
Yeah, like you use it to take
Yeah.
the
Lug nut
lug
things.
nuts. Yeah. So he uses that on the guy, and then like the girl gets pushed onto it, and I was like, oh, I remember when me and Paul first watched it, I was like, oh, I was pretty
Yeah.
creative.
That was pretty brutal. I would definitely give that one a 10 too. I feel like all of the kills were pretty like 7 and up for
Yeah,
me.
there wasn't really too many terrible ones, I mean, there was a few like quick ones, like the security guard at the beginning was kind of quick, and there was like
Yeah.
innocent bystander ones, I think, were the quick ones that were not as good. But yeah, they were fun.
Yeah.
They were terrible. I wouldn't give any of them below a 7. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that. I really thought like the couple at the drive-in movie, they were hilarious. That whole scene freaking sent me. Like, okay, so Jay and Allie like go into this like sex van. I don't know, is that the best way to
Yeah, Hard Eyes
Yeah.
they end up at a drive-in basically, right?
Yeah, yeah. So they're like hiding in this van, and there's a couple in the trunk or the back of the van just getting it on. And they don't stop. They're just like, oh, okay, you're in here, whatever.
I'm like, oh, the Hard Eyes killer's out there. That's hot.
That's hot. That's turning me on.
And then if you paid, and I didn't catch it until like probably I watched it the first time and I didn't catch it, and then I did a rewatch it, then I did another rewatch to prepare for the episode. The third time I watched it, I noticed that Allie and Jay are having like this very serious conversation, right? She's talking about his parents and how it was hard to live up to how much they were in love, and she's talking about her family, and then earlier they were running from Hard Eyes, and he's like, "You left me," and you hear the characters that are having sex, they're like, "Oh yeah," like everything they're saying could kind of be a response to this serious conversation. They're
It
like,
was so funny.
oh, like, oh yeah, it's just like we're like listening to these two having this like heartfelt moment, and then these two hippies in their van, like just having a good time.
They are living the life in that van. I think that was probably my favorite scene in the comedic sense.
Yeah,
it was so good. Yeah, I thought that was so much fun. I think like the ancillary characters were pretty good too. Like the girl who plays her best friend,
Monica.
Monica, she had some funny one-liners here and there. There were a lot of good one-liners in this movie that made me laugh.
Did you have any favorites?
Let me find them. Where did I do
I got mine.
them?
I'm going to tell you mine.
Tell me yours. They might be the same.
So I love when Allie and Jay end up in the cab together, and the driver thinks they're together, right? Because they ran into, I know we're skipping around. So Allie comes up with this terrible commercial, which we're going to go back and talk about because the commercial we have to talk about as well. She makes this terrible commercial. She's in advertising. She had previously met Jay by bumping into him, having the same coffee order. They had their meet cute. Then they go out on not a date, but they meet at a restaurant because they got to fix this terrible campaign that she made because she's in advertising. And they're at this restaurant. They end up getting chased by her Hard Eye, or they run into her ex She tries to kiss Jay to make the ex jealous. They get into the cab, and eventually they're going to run into Hard Eyes. But when they get into this cab, the cabbie assumes that they're a couple because they just have this like passionate kiss. And he's all talking to them, and he's all lovey dovey. And he says, "Oh, I have the ultimate sexiest playlist. Do you want to hear it?" Oh my God. He's like, "I have the ultimate sex." Like, I can just imagine you hopping in. "I have the ultimate sexy playlist. You guys ready to hear that?"
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, like this cat into it. Like, I'm in it to win it. Like, I'm gonna help this couple. They're gonna have a good night. Let me play you the sexy songs. So
That
was
was
one of my
so funny. Yeah, I really love that guy. He was hilarious. What do you think would be on that playlist? Like, I thought maybe some Marvin Gaye, sexual healing, let's get it on,
Well, Pony was on the soundtrack, so that would be
Pony. Yes, Genuine was on that. That was hilarious. Yeah, one of my favorites quotes was from Jay when he said, "These muscles weren't made for violence, they were made for cuddling," because they think that Jay is Hard Eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was funny. And I also love when Alyse says to the statue of Saint Valentine, she's like, "Your day fucking sucks." I thought that was pretty relatable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's full of it. The more you watch it, you catch him. And Jay, I love that Jay tries to like come off like he's trying to kind of be tough because you could tell he's like definitely into Allie sooner than she's into, or he's more willing to admit it. And that he's trying to be tough with it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not made for that."
Yeah.
That's another good song. Oh, Cool J's doing it. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
It talks about blowing socks off. Woo! That song's hot.
Woo! Yeah, that playlist was hopping, man.
Yeah, the sexiest play. Now I'm gonna have to think about my playlist, y'all.
Yeah, I think we have to make one for the podcast. So funny. Yeah. What'd you think about like the whole like chase scene and then they're at the police station? I don't know. I thought it was kind of bizarre.
It was very odd that like everything just lined up perfectly. Like, oh, they run out and then they happen to be at like a circus or not a circus. I guess a circus, not a circus.
Like a fair?
Fair.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess it's because they're playing up on rom-com movies, which I don't know about you, where you grew up. Like, we didn't have fairs very often. Like, I always thought as a kid that like, oh, that's so cute. Like, people go on dates, they go to fairs, and you see it in all these like high school movies and love movies. But I'm like, I hardly go to that kind of stuff. But they end up at a fair, and then they end up at the drive-in. It's like all this romantic stuff. So some of the chase scenes are kind of like, that's not believable, but I could see they did that for like a little bit of cheesiness, but it wasn't overdone.
Right, yeah.
What did you think about the chase?
Yeah, I agree with you too. I was just like, they really leaned into the campy cheese aspect of like the romantic comedy, which is pretty funny if you see it as satire. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like how I was viewing it. It's like they're making fun of it. Because when you think it like that, then it just becomes funny. But I thought that was overdone. And then like the whole thing at the police station was like a lot. But
I thought so.
It was suspenseful and it wasn't boring, but it was just like, how is all of this happening what is the timeline of this?
It's all one day, right? Other than like the very ending, because it's like a year later and we find out
right
people still together. But it's pretty wild that all of this happened in one day. And I guess it could make sense because like the very beginning with the main characters who become a couple, I almost called them the main couple. After the winery scene, we get introduced to Allie and Jay, and like they're at the coffee shop. So I'm assuming it's morning. And she's saying like, I got to go to work and find out I'm getting fired. But yeah, they did a lot. They had a whole montage, outfits, shopping spree.
Yes.
I mean, that's in a lot of like rom-com movies. So they played that stereotype of she went to lunch. She went to lunch. She got in trouble. She got in trouble from her boss, right? Got yelled at about her campaign.
Yeah.
Goes to lunch, goes shopping, goes to dinner, gets chased by Hard Eyes, think Hard Eyes is dead. And then they have another run-in with Hard Eyes after she chases him at the airport. It's a lot. Now that you think about it, I'm like, man, I'm tired. It's a good thing she ate a lot in between.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. And I also actually liked her campaign commercial. I thought it was really fun. So Allie, like you did too? Okay, It was for like a jewelry company, I think.
Yeah,
And
she works for a jewelry company.
yeah. So the campaign was like all famous couples who are dead. So it was like
Mhm.
Romeo and Juliet and Bonnie and Clyde. And like there is a whole scene with the fucking Titanic.
They're like
I was,
blood, and it's not real blood.
yeah.
It's like
It's like
red cloth.
streamers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was so hilarious. I was like, this is so fun and creative. I would have loved that commercial. A plus.
Yeah,
Good job, Allie. You get a raise.
yeah, if I was Allie's boss, I'd be like, yes. But then she gets in trouble because the boss is like, why would you make a campaign about people dying? And then like
What a
she gets
lame boss.
yeah, she gets like internet canceled because everybody's like, you're making money off of the hard eyes killer. I'm like, well, if there was no hard eyes killer, that would have been a killer campaign. I liked it. I
I
love
do
that it was black and white
too.
with red. It gave me the vibes like those
Yeah.
old oh God, was it Elizabeth Taylor? She used to do like a jewelry or
Yes.
perfume commercial
She had
like
the
that.
perfume. The perfume.
Remember
Oh, it
that one?
smelled awful. It
I
was
never
like
smelled it.
black diamonds. My grandma had it. That shit was terrible. Sorry, Liz Taylor, R.I.P. Fucking awful. Like that stuff was nasty. But yeah, she would have like, and they always made her eyes like really purple, and she's like black diamonds.
Yeah, I swear that was like the OG one. The
Yeah.
OG, those like, and some of them still do those campaigns of like the clothing brands that I'm never gonna be able to afford, like Chanel or
Oh yeah,
Giorgio
no.
Armani, and it's just like Shea LeBeau or whatever his name is, or well, no, what's the other guy that's popular right now? Didn't he just
Charlemagne.
do one and he's like Giorgio Armani, and he's just saying it all.
I
Might not even be Armani. I might be sorry, I'm never getting sponsored by
It's okay.
like
To be honest, like
I'm
I
name
don't
brand
really
over and over. It's just black and white commercial. It's like this is
yeah, I
ode
haven't
to
seen
Liz
any.
Taylor.
I haven't seen any, but now that you said it, when I go on to like Instagram and TikTok, that's all that's gonna come up on my
Yeah, we
feed.
just ruined your algorithm.
Yeah. How dare you? But yeah, that I thought it was so clever. I really loved that. So I guess we can get into the reveal.
Yeah,
Because
that
did it
was
did it
oh,
confuse you?
it did like I remember the first time I saw it, I wasn't really sure if I was like, I don't know if I bought into it. I
Mm.
do like that unlike Scream or other movies that have multiple killers, they showed us like, oh, I killed this and I did this and I like they didn't show every single thing, but enough to where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, so like while you were here, like so and so was in her apartment or so and so was at the winery. And it's interesting because they revealed they're like a throuple, but like you could tell they're like, we like the other guy, but they kind of just
Yeah.
had him around for the ride. It is somebody extra. So
Yeah.
I don't
I thought
know.
it was interesting that they were a throuple. And like I have to be honest, when the first guy was revealed, I was like, who are you?
I wondered, and that's when you
Who
started
is
to
that?
think, like, is this because you're like, and then I like look at the time left. I'm like, how much time is left on this movie? I'm like, that can't be it. Like,
Right?
this movie is not that short of a runtime. So you're like, okay, who is it? But I never suspected who it was, and I wasn't trying to figure it out. I think I was just having fun watching it. Like there was so much silliness, and it was like I said, I think this movie did so good. It was like the perfect amount of silliness. It never went like over the top that I was so entertained that I wasn't stressing, like trying to figure out like who did it, like who's the killer. So
Right. When Jordana Brewster's character was she's Shaw, right? Yeah. When
yeah.
Shaw
So,
tells Jay, "Oh, I'll bring you home," that's when I knew. I was like, "It's her."
oh really? You figured it out that early?
Yeah. I was like, it has to be. But then when they revealed, I was like, who the fuck that?
Yeah, the first one you're like, I don't know who this character is. Yeah, and then
To be honest, with the second one, when it's David from IT, I didn't remember him from the beginning.
yeah, he's like, didn't I? He runs into Allie at the police station and he's like, didn't we match? And she's like, no. And it's funny because you're like, did they actually match? And she didn't want. I don't know if I ran into somebody I matched. I mean, never mind. I don't match. Okay, wait, pause. I've never matched with anybody because apps were not around before I
Same.
got married. If I were somebody
Same.
who did apps, I would, and I matched with somebody, but I never like actually hooked up with them or whatever. I don't know if I'd want to admit it in public anyway. I don't.
Doesn't that sound like a nightmare? Like no, I could never. Oh God. Ugh. But yeah, I was like, who is this guy? Like I totally forgot like his scene because it was pretty quick.
It is. It blink and you
Yeah. Yeah. I did like the whole like kill in the church or cathedral or whatever it was.
Oh.
It was intense.
It was a really cool set like that they used for that church, and how again, like I kind of found like I didn't even buy into their motive, and they're like, oh, it's our kink, like we're into killing couples. But then I'm like, well, what do you guys do in between? Because it said this was the third year that they'd done this, right? They
Right.
Boston, Philly, and now they switched to the East Coast and they're in Seattle. But I'm like, based on my true crime knowledge, because I listen and watch a lot of true crime, I'm like, you wouldn't be able to hang for a whole year and not kill. I'm like, come on. But
I know.
but then it went with the vibe, I guess. You had to remember, like, this is supposed to be like a like you said, a satire of Valentine's Day and rom-com. So they played.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't like it the first time. After a rewatch, I bought into it more, especially because when she's in that back to the wine vat scene, and she's even talking about like, well, maybe it's a woman, and maybe she's this, or maybe it's a people, like maybe it's this person's into watching people get killed that are a couple. Like she kind of, her motive comes out then. Once
Yeah,
you know
she tells
she's the
on
killer,
herself.
yeah, once you find out she's the killer, it all makes sense. You like
Yeah.
anything with the rewatch and the ending, you're like, oh, you catch all the clues that you either weren't looking for or you just didn't genuinely catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. And like with the wedding ring too, it kind of, because like what happens is like the detectives find this wedding ring from the first kill at the winery, and there's initials engraved in it that says JS. So, you know, obviously they're trying to like frame Jay Simmons. And then I realized like her name is Janine Shaw, and I was like, huh. So like, I don't know. I think I like caught on faster than I should have, but it didn't ruin it for me.
Okay.
I still thought it was entertaining because like if you just lean into the satire, almost like when you watch like Scary Movie and stuff. Like that's how I just kind of viewed it. I was like, this is actually really entertaining.
Yeah, and I don't think it's as over the top as Scary Movie. Scary Movie,
No.
watch, but you know when you watch Scary Movie, like it's just gonna be ridiculous the whole time. This one's like every time it just gets a little too ridiculous, it stops. I think the only time it almost went over the top, was when she realizes she does like Jay after all, and it's closer to the end. Allie realizes she wants to be with Jay even after we figure out all the hard eye killers and they kill them. She calls her friend Monica, and she's like, oh, like he's gone. And she's like, well, why did you let him go? And she's like, he's at the airport. And you're like, oh God, we're gonna get this airport chase scene. I love you. And then she gets there, and then it's like she hugs the guy, and she's like, Jay, and it's like, oh, wrong guy. But before she does that, it's great because her friend, like, this is, like I said, this is the only time I think they went over the top. She names like all these movies, like all these rom-coms. I don't know if you caught it. She says, and I'm gonna paraphrase because I didn't write a word for word, but she says, you deserve to be, she tells Allie, like, go after the guy. She's like, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have someone you love for the beautiful, the erotic mess that you are. She's like, you're so clueless. You're so clueless about these things. And these are the 10 things I hate about you. And he had said he's going somewhere, right? That he was going to his best friend's wedding. She's like, you can't let him go to his best friend's wedding tomorrow. And up with some bridesmaid from Notting Hill. You know, you're some kind of wonderful. And then I love this because it's crazy, stupid. Love Actually, like she even mashes like words like movie titles together, like, and I might have missed some because I didn't go word for word, and I'm sure there was other things she was saying that are movies that I missed, but I'm like, damn, she just threw a bunch of rom-com movies and romantic movies like all into one, and I'm like, no, they're not. Like she's naming all these movies. They're gonna take it over the top. Oh my God, it's been so good. Don't ruin it and make her find him at the airport. And then I was like, they didn't. Okay. They said the cheesy line, but she hugged the wrong guy, and that saved it.
It was so close. I'm right there with you because I caught on to all that, and I was like, this is so clever. Like, but please don't go over cheese. And then when it's the wrong guy, and she's like, oh, my bad. It was so funny. What did you think when Allie stabs Janine Shaw?
Yeah, that was a great kill. And she used is that when she uses the metal straw, right?
Yeah.
I love that this metal straw. So when you're watching takes it, again, a callback. I love when movies do callbacks. all the way back to the beginning of the movie where she had her metal straw, and they even think
Yes.
they're like at the restaurant, they're metal detecting and making sure she doesn't have any weapons, and he's like, oh, it's just a straw. And she even tells him on one time, like, oh, I got this straw, when like her and Jay are on the run and trying to figure out how to protect themselves. He's like, okay, a metal straw, but she used it. So I loved it. I thought it was a clever kill as well.
It was so good.
I give that one a 9, just because
Yes.
it wasn't as it wasn't like a fun kill to watch, but it was like, see, that metal straw saved her. Not that I'm like, metal straw, paper straw, I don't care, use what you want. I just thought it was so creative that they found that callback to the first scene, and it perpetuated throughout the movie. They kept talking about the metal straw.
That was so cool. Yeah, I love that. I thought that was awesome. I love the callback with the metal straw because, you know, Jay kind of gives her shit about it too. And this was Allie's way to be like, see, I told you it was a good thing.
Yeah, it was great.
I love that. Yeah, it was so good. What did you think about the 1 year later scene? Was it too cheesy for you?
It was a bit too cheesy because like I didn't want, I'm always like, oh, don't make it. I guess it was better than it being like dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's supposed to be the wedding march.
I was waiting for that.
I was waiting for that. Yeah. They were like having the whole wedding march, and it's like, really, they're already getting married. It's like, okay, at least they just made it like an engagement. Yeah, I would have been okay without it, but I can see why they did it. I do like it, but then they even go into like the cheesy music again, which even though it's a cheesy song, I love it because I love You Can't Hurry Love from the Supremes.
Yes.
And I love, it's like, even though they weren't a doo-wop band, it's like a doo-wop inspired song, and I love doo-wop music.
Yeah, it was really cool. I love oldies like that too. I would have been fine if they just left it with like, here's the key to the apartment. I want to move in with you.
Yes.
That would have been so good.
I thought that would have been perfect. Yeah.
And she's the one who proposes to him.
She's the anti-love one, and she's now turned it around.
Yeah, she got him a ring. She's like, well, will you marry me? At the drive-in, nonetheless, in the same parking spot where that couple.
Yeah, that's why he's
the
like,
couple. Oh, yeah, is this weird?
More awkward because there was a killer here, or because we were hanging out in the band with those two people banging?
Yeah. Are they going to have their wedding at that winery? I really hope so.
Oh, yeah. And I know, I thought they were even going to set it, like, I was like, are they trying to set it up for a part 2? And like, they had the, and the friend calls them, right, Monica, and she's the one getting the picture, just like the photographer at the winery. But then she's like, just kidding. But then like it cut to credits, and I'm like, did they just not have a creative way to end that end scene or that end credit scene?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
were they just trying to be funny?
I don't know. I didn't understand why it just did that instead of just being like bye and then be the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've not heard anything about there being a sequel. There could be, I think. Was either the writer or the director also did Happy Death Day?
Oh, okay.
And there's like 3 now, right? I've only seen the first one.
Huh.
I know Josh Rubin also directed Werewolves Within, which I don't know if you've ever seen it. That's a fun one. It's a good horror comedy, like in this remote area with snow, and they're trying to figure out who a werewolf is, essentially.
I love that. Yeah, I like Josh Rubin. I think he's pretty creative. I think this movie was a lot of fun, especially for our, times that we're living in. It really feeds into the whole Gen Z era, though. Like, we're elder millennials, so we get some of the references, but there were some where I was just like, what?
Yeah.
They felt like so old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, people who listen to us, we've said our age, we've alluded to our age, but there were some things I can relate to. Even the actings, it's...
Yeah, same.
I hear it's the Wild West out there. And some of the language, some of the things that were going on were hard to relate to, but it goes. I think you need a movie. I mean, me and you, we love 80s and 90s movies. We cover those a lot. Like, this is going to be a movie. I think it's going to, like, stand the test of time. I think we're not going to be the only podcast covering it. I think for here on out, there's going to be a lot of, in the next 20 years, there's still going to be podcasts covering this for Valentine's Day, because I think it works.
I do too. I think it was really clever and very enjoyable and entertaining. It was a solid choice and perfect for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I thought so.
And your glasses.
Yeah. Shout out to Bob Bailey. These things are fire. I had to find them. I was like, my toddler loved them too.
Aww. How could you not love them?
Yeah. So HEK, Hard Eyes Killer. What did you think in terms of, before we finish up? Do you think he has franchise potentials? It's just, since we were just talking about a possibility.
Maybe a copycat like they did with Scream.
Yeah.
And when they were calling him HEK, all I could think about was BTK. And I was like, well, that's really dark.
Way dark, yeah.
So I wonder if they were trying to like, you know, have people think about that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's a sequel, I would probably watch it. I don't know if it would be as good as this, though. Like, how can you... It wasn't very like, oh, there's some other freak. You know what I mean? Like, at least like with Scream, you kind of understood why there was a sequel. Because, like, there was such a huge storyline with all of that. But, like, this, I don't see that really happening. If they do, it's just going to be a cash grab.
I think so too. I think it has the potential, and I think you're right. It would be a cash grab. I think they'd have to be really creative with the storyline, and of course, it would have to be a copycat because, I mean, I guess they could pull a soap opera and somehow none of them died, or one of them is still alive.
I mean, that would be funny.
Now that they're gonna have to do the Scream formula where it's the cousin or the brother or the sister or the kid that we didn't know about that was born related to them. Like maybe maybe the main couple actually had a kid that we didn't know about, or something. They grow up and become the Hard Eyes. I don't know, but it's interesting. And I agree with you. I totally thought about that too. The BTK killer. Every time they said HGK, I'm like, ooh, they got to give him a nickname. Like, you know, what happens with serial killers.
Was this Netflix only? I forgot to look that up.
No,
it went to the movie. It was in the theater.
Yeah, it was in the movie theaters. It was a wide release. It was a like pretty wide release movie. Like I said, I didn't see it in the movie theater. I had wanted to see it. I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting, and it was cool when I won that contest. So then I got to watch it like as soon as it came out for digital download. But yeah, it's currently on Netflix if you're watching this or listening to this in real time, February of 2026, not 2025.
You know, denial. We're in denial.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I really love My Bloody Valentine. I actually like the remake and the original.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. So
this was fun. Yeah, I liked it. I give it 8.5 hearts out of 10 in total.
Yeah, I think I give it.
Yeah,
I give it 8. A solid 8.
Solid 8.
Yeah, conversation
that's
hearts.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. Love it.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We hope our dialogue wasn't too dreadful for you. Have a good one and keep it dreadful.
Bye. Happy Valentines.
Yeah, happy Valentines or happy Friday the 13th or happy Enjoy Yourself Day.
Single, just go get the candy. You don't need to have a domestic partnership to eat candy.
No. On the next day, the candy's 50% off, y'all.
That's what I'm going to Walgreens, 50% off. All right.
All right, thanks, Kristen.
All right, bye.
Bye.